other day we've talked about how Adam did not interrupt Satan's communication with his wife in Genesis 3, and how that had pretty dire consequences for all of us. And welcome for this simple truth from the Word of God that we're going to share today. And Jesus was a different story, and that's wonderful because he gave us another example, an example of how to do this right. And one of the places where he interrupts some silly, stupid, seemingly unimportant evaluation and commentary on things is in Matthew 15. It's Matthew 16, I think. And he said he comes to Caesarea Philippi, and he asks his disciples, "What do men say? Who do men say I am?" And this is wonderful because he is asking this question of them. Okay, what is around you? What is the noise around you? What are you hearing about me? And then they give an answer: John the Baptist, Elias, whatever. Okay, and then he says to them, and this is verse 15, "But who do you say that I am?" And Simon Peter answers and says, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." And Jesus answered and said to him, "Blessed are you, Simon Bar-Jonah, Jonah's son, for flesh and blood has not revealed it unto you, but my Father who is in heaven." And so that's a great just a great piece of communication, amazing wisdom, amazing love, and amazing interruption to something that shouldn't be in their hearts. Okay, so he's first asking them to be honest. What are you hearing about me? And then they say all the silly little commentaries, and by the way, Jesus is asking us this the same way. So they're hearing the silly little commentaries, who Jesus is and who he isn't, and maybe he isn't, maybe he wasn't, maybe he is, whatever. And then he's asking the all important question: okay, who am I to them, but who am I to you? Okay, and he's asking them the question, who am I to you? And that sort of interrupts the free flow of this noise inside. Who am I to you? And there is a moment of reality where they have to say, oh, okay, so you to me is something else than what they say. But if that question hadn't been asked, maybe they wouldn't define that, and this noise would just flow in uninterrupted and would maybe even poison their hearts about him. And Jesus did not just let it seep into their hearts. And that's wonderful. And who am I to them, and who am I to you? And are you making that difference in your hearts? Or, and this is his question to you and me. He's asking the same thing. Jesus is saying, okay, what do people say I am? Prophet, unimportant, teacher, stupid guy who thought he was God and was killed for it, whatever the commentary is in society. But then he asks us, okay, so but who am I to you? And then we have to say, are you, Jesus, just a cultural figure to me also, or are you more? And I hope the answer is a wise one and the right one, and we say, oh yeah, you are more to me. You mean a lot more to me, and than you mean to those people, and I'm happy that it's that way, and I want to live my life this way. And this is wonderful because Jesus is interrupting a lie that could poison hearts, and this is what he means to do with us. This is why the Word of God, the Bible, is so key in our lives, because so often we read it, and one of the ministries of the Word of God to us is it just interrupts the lie. It interrupts my heart's silly commentary about things, stupid, short-sighted, even evil commentary of things. The Word of God just speaks to me and says, oh, hold it, what about this? And I have to look and say, oh, then that stuff cannot just freely flow in. And that's wonderful, actually. God bless you with these thoughts, and just let's allow the Word of God to speak to us like that. Let's allow the